Today we are going to talk about property in Thailand and particularly in Phuket. And to discuss this topic, I invited Pramaporn from Knight Frank Phuket. Thank you very much, Pramaporn, for coming and for showing us such a wonderful property here with breathtaking view. And I've spent already a week in Phuket, and today I'm leaving, unfortunately, but I will definitely come back here. So, coming back to the market, can you please tell us about your experience, the experience in this field, and when was Knight Frank Phuket founded here?
So our company has been established since 2004. So until now, we are turning actually 16 years already in Phuket. And we have 3 service lines, which are property management, rental, and sales agency. Yes, and our staff in total, we have 144 staff.
Oh, yes. And you are working with villas and apartments, or with both?
Our concentrated area for the property market here, we concentrate in residential properties. So we work with condominium, apartment, and villas.
Could you please tell us what nationalities are the biggest buyers residential property here in Phuket? So from which country they come from?
Yes, at the moment, current market, our buyer demographics are dominated by Chinese buyer, Hong Kong, Singaporean, and European who are based in South Asia Pacific.
Mm-hmm. And do they buy mainly? Do they buy property here mainly the holiday home, or they move and live here for a long period?
Yeah, mostly they're looking for the property for holiday homes. Not like a permanent place, but they can come during their holidays, and then during their absence they can rent it out to get some income to cover the expense.
And what about the most prestigious area here in Phuket? Are there any particular areas where wealthy people are buying property?
So the most exclusive area will be in Kamala. We have, let's say we call the Millionaire's Mile, which is like uphill and have the very, very open ocean view from Kamala. So at that road, we have a few exclusive projects, which has like the villa 4 to maybe maximum 9 or 10 bedrooms with a sea view, and the price starts from 100 million Thai baht or $3 million US.
So any other areas apart from this?
Apart from this, for the luxury one will be in the north of Phuket, which is like along the Naiton coast, which is where we are now actually. So you can get this kind of view.
It's amazing. The view is amazing. You can hear birds and nature, like wind, the sea. It's really amazing. It's very quiet area here. And how do the property presented in Phuket? Is it mostly like villas or apartments in condo, or it's more in gated communities?
So the common property here will be like in like a gated community for condominium or apartment or villa. Most of them are built in a gated community because like then it's easier to maintain, and security, privacy. So
I've been wondering if you could tell us about the market. Where is the market now? Where is the price now? The price is in the bottom, or in the middle, or it is on the up?
Yes, at the moment the high-end market is soft due to the global economy and also the strong Thai baht. So the most active one will be entry level and the middle segment. Those entry level and the middle segment, they will like the buyer are looking for more like investment. So it's gonna be like apartment or the villa for investment, where they can rent it out, and there is the guarantee return or rental scheme to support.
These very interesting questions, by the way, regarding renting an apartment or a villa out. Are there any restriction to rent your property through Airbnb, for example, or for a short period of time, or you should get a license as in some other countries, for example?
Yes, we have restriction for the condominium. So for the condominium unit, you cannot rent out for short term. To define short is less than 30 days continuously. So that is the restriction. But as I just mentioned, that the trend now or the active market will be like the condotel, which they of course rent out by the professional hotel management company. So for this kind of place, they design for investment. Therefore, they already plan to obtain the hotel license in order to be able to rent out short term.
So it means that if you want to rent your apartment, it should be the whole building should have a license.
License, yes. And that should be designed before construction, because then you have to fulfill the construction restriction for the hotel license.
So you cannot build and then ask for the license.
You can, but it's gonna be like more complicated because maybe you need more fire extinguish or something like that, you know, like you need more stair, and so it's gonna cost you more, and normally they do it before.
So if we started talking about restrictions, so let's talk also if there are any other restrictions for foreign buyers to buy property here in Phuket.
So yes, all the foreigner, of course, they cannot own land in Thailand. Like as an individual, you cannot purchase land. So for the condominium, you can buy foreign freehold quota, but it's subject to the availability of each project. And if not foreign freehold quota, you can go for leasehold, which the developer, these days they offer like 90 years. So that could be your options. But for the villa, of course, villa come with the land. You can lease it long term as well. The maximum lease term is 30 years for one lease, and then you can renew. So
if, for example, I'm foreigner and I would like to buy an apartment here, like I would like to buy this penthouse, for example. So I can buy it as a leasehold, or I can buy it as a freehold.
For the apartment, it depends on the ownership structure of each development.
Okay.
So for this place, it is leasehold, but then you can renew like unlimited.
But you cannot change it for the freehold.
For this structure, cannot. But for some project, which is like if they register under the condominium type, so you can buy it freehold. Or if in the future, now you purchase leasehold, and in the future the quota of foreign freehold comes available, then you can convert at the land office, and then you can get the freehold.
Could you please explain us the whole buying process from start to finish?
Okay, so when the buyer decided to purchase a property, so they make an offer, and then we will help the buyer to negotiate the price with the seller. In the end, if the seller accepts the price already, so the next step is gonna be to put down the reservation fee and sign reservation agreement. So after that, the buyer has to conduct the due diligence to check about the property and title. When the due diligence done and clean, then we move on to the sales and purchase agreement, and then they will review between two lawyers, seller lawyer and buyer lawyer. Then they sign, and they will fix the time frame in order to transfer at the land office. So usually the deposit or reservation fee will be around 5 to 10% from the purchase price, and then the rest will be paid upon the transfer, which is the final payment at the land office. So that's done.
And so it seems like everyone in this process should have a lawyer and the buyer and the seller.
It is
correct?
advisable, yes.
So but it's not necessary.
Not necessary, but if you don't have a lawyer, then you have to take your own risk.
Okay. So the lawyer is checking. Okay. What about extra expenses apart from the price of the
for
property?
the lawyer fee or
Like in total, for example, the villa costs like 4 million. So apart from this, what should both a seller and the buyer pay? Like lawyer, I don't know, maybe VAT or transfer fee or any other fees?
Okay, so normally the cost of transfer, in general case, it will be shared equally between buyer and seller. So for the buyer, for the cost will be like transfer fee. For the freehold will be 2.2%, and for the lease registration fee will be 1.1% at the land office. So split half. And then for the lawyer fee, it depends on your choice, because there are many choices for the law firm. So it depends also what they quote for you and what scope of work you expect. So based on my experience that I have seen, the lawyer fee could start from 50,000 baht, so which is 150 US dollar for the just simple case, and then could be like maybe 100,000 Thai baht and more. It depends on how complicated of the transaction.
Okay. And so what about other fees? What an owner usually pay per year, like property tax or maintenance fee?
So the annual cost here for the project, we call it the common area management fee. So it's for the common. So each co-owner in that development will have to share this cost. And let's say the average would be like 60 baht to 80 baht per square meter per month. So it depends on if your property is what size, so it will be calculated.
Maintenance fee.
Yes, the maintenance fee. But for the common.
And property tax?
Property tax. This will not every property has to pay the property tax. Mostly the apartment or when you lease. So it's not like if you have freehold, you don't have to pay property tax.
You don't have to pay.
Yes.
If you lease, you have to pay.
Yes.
Okay, and how much is approximately, let's say, for the apartment, like 5?
It's not like the big lump sum. Is at the current rate is 12.5% of the appraised value of the lease, which is normally much lower than what you pay for the property. It's not like the purchase price multiplied by 12.5% per year, no. But it's just like a small amount. But this will be assessed. The amounts will be assessed by the local authority. So this you have to check. Each area has a different assessment or appraised value.
Is it possible to get a mortgage here?
For foreigner, unfortunately not at the moment. But actually there is some company, they provide this, but only for condominium unit, foreign freehold. So for this type of property, you may get the mortgage. But for more detail, we can provide upon request.
And so what about the infrastructure for those clients who would like to live here for a whole year? Are there any maybe international schools and I don't know, infrastructure?
Yes, sure. Phuket is one of the well-developed infrastructure if compared to the other islands in Thailand. So we have international airport, which provide 59 and more international airlines, plus 7 domestic flight airlines. And also international hospital, we have more than 20, which you can go. And also international school, more than 15 international school here.
So really,
For marinas,
so clients
yeah.
can live here
You
for
can live
whole
here,
year
yes.
comfortably.
Not only for holiday,
Not only
because here we also have like part of the resident is a retiree, so they live here most of the time.
Okay.
So.
As you mentioned already, that most of the clients they buy property here as a holiday home, but let's say, do the clients buy it for their own use, or they want to rent their property out? Maybe when they're not staying, or maybe some of the clients they don't even go here; they just buy an apartment and rent it out.
So yes, the trend now for Phuket market, they buy for the let's say lifestyle, and now it's more go for investment. So they buy the property, they come here maybe like a year, 30 to 60 days, and the rest they rent it out to generate the income.
And how much they can get per year if they rent, let's say, an apartment or a villa out?
Let's say if they really rent it out, so they can expect 3 to 5% normally.
3 to 5%.
But then we have also the investment properties, which they provide you 5 to 7%.
Yeah. Okay.
Because then they have the good marketing and things like that from the hotel brand. So.
Okay, interesting. So is it possible to get a residence permit here or a long visa if you own an apartment or a villa?
No, this is not possible to get the residence permit by owning the property. But we call Thailand Elite. So you can purchase this and for 5 or 10 years, but it comes with a premium.
So, and coming back to the main question, why people choose Phuket? Why, and how do you estimate the market? How it will change? Because I've heard also that the government is investing in monorails, or it's like how to say, the railway. It's a railway. I heard about this, that they will have it from the north to the south.
Yes.
And maybe it will up the prices. And how is the economy in Phuket, particularly how strong the economy?
So the main business for Phuket is of course tourist industry, and then the second is real estate, because these are linked together. So now Phuket has many plans in pipeline to develop infrastructure, for example, like light railway from north to south, and many big shopping mall will come. So already now finished Central in Patong, and also now the Porto de Phuket, which is located in Chong Chale, Talang. So, and we also have plan to build another international airport just across the bridge next to Phuket. So that will draw a lot of tourists. So expect that more tourists come, and then we can grow in real estate as well. So, but in the future, I think the trend will continue for the investment property, which managed by the hotel chain. So this will continue.
Okay, so great, thank you very much. So if anyone would like to buy property here in Phuket for your own use or as an investment, Knight Frank is very happy to help you. Thank you.
You're welcome.